Alright, back in Tactical Breach Wizards. Next level is called Panic Rooms. Knock out all enemies. Don't let anyone sound the alarm. We've got Jen, Zan, and Banks. Zan gets a bonus if she finishes, or if he finishes with the whole team at full health. Banks wants to hit 5 enemies with a single spectral skull. Okay, first let's do a breach and see what happens. All 5 of them immediately go for the alarms. Okay. Alright, breach. And you breach. Alright. There's a reactor sniper there. Alright, so I think if he moves in, he gets shot. Yep, undo. Alright, so there's a sniper there looking at Zan. He cannot kill that guy in one hit. There's not really any windows to knock people out of. It's saying 5 spectral skulls. Or 5 people hit with 1 spectral skull. So I can absolutely do that. Okay. Now her chain lightning. That kills 2, hurts 1. That does allow him to go into the room. He can use time boost on Banks. But she needs mana. Oh. Rewind. Okay, rewind the time boost. Okay, what if you time boost her? He doesn't have line of sight of her. Alright, what if she goes here? Now he can time boost her. She can grab the intel and do another chain lightning. She doesn't have line of sight in there. Okay, so that doesn't really help. She could take that guy out. So this guy will not reach the alarm this turn. He will. But he cannot... Can he time boost himself? No. Okay. Beat it in 1 turn, knocked out all enemies, didn't let anyone finish the alarm. I didn't get one of the bonuses, but we got the other one. Alright, next one. What do we got? Knock out all enemies, 7 left. Seal all reinforcement doors. Don't let anyone sound the alarm. I still haven't yet seen what happens if someone sounds the alarm, but it's not a bonus. We have to not let anyone sound the alarm. Finish with full health. Finish by the end of turn 4. Hit 3 enemies with a single spectral skull. So I think the only alarms in there, and all these red-suited guys are the ones that go for it. Alright. Breach. And there they go. They're running. Reactor, neutralizer, Andromeda. Alright, so that guy's immediately neutralizing us. That only hits one of them. Okay. So since it's going to take these guys so long to get to the alarm, I can actually use dots on them, which is very rare. I could have someone come in here and immediately breach this door. And then we got that guy. That doesn't work. So whoever he's got his beam on can't use magic. How many of us lurking? What's up, Squeaks? You're gonna ask the lurkers to speak up? That's forbidden. It's all in their name. See, rewind. Good morning. Hey, Ocasio. It's asking the introvert to talk more. I know. It's forbidden. Can I? No, I don't think that works. We don't have to breach that door this turn. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a sec. Predictive bolts. I don't know if this is gonna work. Breach? No, because she moved in the path of the bolt, so it didn't fire. Alright, I could have Jen run to a window. And then after that, then he takes him out. Then Jen could use Broom Breach and go out the window and come in one of the other windows. Can we do anything with that? That door, let's see, that door and that door are going to release a mob. This one will next turn. Okay, she got locked down by that guy instantly. So she could... What if she Broom Breaches here? So she can't like sneak up behind him. He's still like 180s and does that. Okay. That's not gonna work. Alright, so I could static blast that, just because after she attacks, she gets more movement. And that means she's going to get hit there, if I do that. Okay, now she doesn't get hit. Okay. And then she could seal that door on the next turn. Not sure if that's the play, but it's an option. Predictive bolts on that door. Poison those two. Alright. Sure, we'll try that. Alright, 2 new guys spawn. Seal door. Okay. She doesn't have line of sight there. Oh, wow. Didn't expect them to go flying that much. Alright, use False Prophet there. You know what? Never mind. I thought False Prophet would breach the door. It doesn't. I don't want this guy to shoot her. I could easily breach the door. The problem is then doing something useful after breaching the door. Okay, there. He can pick that up and soak that shot. Not sure if there's anything else he can do right now. I could... Nope, I can't see her. Alright, foresee. Yeah, sure. Okay, that took 3 of them out. She cannot quite hold on, rewind. Alright, there goes that. So time boost on her. I didn't realize he could use time boost while that guy was aiming at him. That would knock him in the room. That would not be good. Okay. Actually, wait, hold on. We could do that. Projectiles. There we go, nice. Alright, so we didn't get the Spectral Skull bonus, but we got almost all the bonuses. That's a small room. Compensating? Knock out all enemies. Oh, it's the Pyromancer guy. Use the laptop to open the security door. Finish with all team members conscious. Deal with all enemies by end of turn 1. Resurrect an unconscious hostile. What? Why? Why would we do that? Why do we resurrect the unconscious hostile? Okay, what if I just fire some crazy lightning in there, then what? Then that happens. Actually, hold on a sec. Alright, cocktail. Which they're both more susceptible to getting shoved, I think. I'm not positive, but we're gonna find out in a moment. Okay. He's gone. So I could easily beat this, but that deal with all enemies by end of turn 1 is tricky. Intel to grab? Yeah, I know. It's just a matter of who do I want to grab it on. So Death's Door there. That guy, I can yeet him really easily. Friendly fire. No. What if... Okay, hang on a second. So, what if we do Death's Door there? You move here. Actually, you're gonna get hit with the barrel if I do that. Move here. Chain bolt there, and then chain bolt that. And then that. That results in him having that much health left. Okay. What if I just end the bolt at the barrel? He's lost 4. What if I end the bolts on him? Yeah, okay, so that's better. Can you chain him into Zan's Overwatch? I can't do Overwatch on an area where there already is someone. So, like, I could do, for example, I could do Overwatch. Well, actually, there's already someone there, so I can't Overwatch there. So I would need to aim the Overwatch at a lane where there is no one, and then push him into that line. With this setup, that would be tricky. That doesn't do anything. If I do it there... Oh, and he's still immune to knockback. Ah! There we go. So I didn't resurrect an unconscious hostile, but I imagine I could just come back and do the mission again if I wanted to later, and then just make that the goal and get that done. I think it's maybe just not always about getting all the goals done in one run, but just is it possible to get the goals done? Hello, my friend, my friend. Hey, RVM. Okay, okay. Nah, I like her default too much. Okay. Next. Act 2, Extraction. Act 3, Resistance. Chapel still runs supply trains from Laboli into Kalan. They'll leave from this cargo depot outside of Aldo. We stake it out till a Chapel train comes in, let them load up, then jump on the back after it leaves the station. Won't it be moving kind of fast? Nah, freight trains take a minute to even reach walking speed. Are you a train nerd? I was a Navy seer. This isn't my first train heist. But yes, of course I'm a train nerd. Aw. I didn't buy this needlessly accurate miniature freight train because I thought you guys would need a visual aid. Okay, good, because that did seem patronizing. Won't they just find us and stop the train? Right, we need control of the train before we go loud. Jen, the cap at the front should be breachable, but not from the ground. Can you draw a breaching glyph on a flyby? It's never come up, but I'm excited to be living the kind of life where I find out. I'm chalking that up as an extremely stressful unknown, but it's still our best bet. Wait, you said this thing's only moving at walking pace? No problem. Shania only shakes when we get near Mach 1. Okay, later I absolutely need to know why you call your broom Shania, but it does not feel like the time. Once you get in, you'll politely eject the driver, disable the emergency stop system, and we'll work our way towards you from the back. What if we have to wait a boringly long time? That's the human cost of this operation. I've got a good audiobook on the role of Mulasan anti-tank monks in World War IV if you want to borrow it. Is it about their human stories and the cultural context, or more, it's entirely about the craft dynamics of armor penetration? I'll just stare at a train station, thanks. I'll take the book. Alright, got it. Ultimately, we're gonna have to fight a whole train full of Chapel forces, right? Sure, but a train is just a series of rooms. And you think we can clear any series of rooms? Well, we're three not incompetent wizards who have breached some moderately hostile rooms without dying unrecoverably yet. I think I actually lost confidence from that pep talk. Liv always did these. I don't have the swagger. Good morning. Hey, Ocasio. Freight train to Kalan, no stops, no refreshments. Jen, we're in position. We cleared a breach? One sec. A loud static blast from the comms. Okay, yep, emergency brakes disconnected. Go nuts. We'll probably go carefully and quietly. Banks is shaking her head vigorously. But thanks. Alright. Reach the green zone. Hit 2 enemies with 1 spectral skull. Finish with all team members full health. Grab intel. Cocktail. Nice. Easy. Oh gosh. 1 card down, sit tight till we get there. Don't engage alone. Right, yeah, that would have made a lot of sense. All team members must reach the green zone. Okay, it's probably gonna take a few tries. Okay. Let's see what happens if I do this. You. I thought her blast... Oh, if she has 2 mana, then her blast hits more targets. Let's try this. Finish by end of turn 2. Hold on. Reach the green zone. And then she just straight up dies. Take cover. Okay. Alright, so I didn't even have to fight. I just had to... Okay. Alright. Knock out all enemies and reinforcements. Finish with all team members full health for Zan. Cause 3 total extra knockback by making enemies unsteady for Banks. Chapel Shepherd Roma. No rush. I like that. What? It wasn't his turn. Hold on. Shoots at anyone who attacks their allies if they can see both attacker and victim. If they don't retaliate when attack themselves. They don't retaliate when attack themselves. Huh. So that's a new creature, monster type. That's a new enemy. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on a sec. I got an idea. All right, the next shot that Banks takes, send it to that guy. Now, throw a cocktail. You shoot me. You hit him. And take cover.